Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Ramp on the draw for game one, which looks to be against Eldrazi Ramp, actually. So this will be interesting as per usual. Alright, let's take a look, see what we have off Is it Devourer. I want to go for Kozilek's command here, methinks. Yep, K command. So I will play Moon Forest, Sprawl for red, and pass, and pass. Forest for Ice Still Explorer. Sprawl for green. Looking like Ice Still then. That's a pretty solid start from opponent. Sowing Myco Spawn. Not kicked, grabbing Ghost Quarter. Eldrazi Temple. Interesting. Alright, we'll draw. Well, there's my Sowing Myco Spawn. 2, 4, 5. There's no way to keep him off of 6, unfortunately. So they're likely to kick next turn then. I mean, I could Temple, Myco Spawn, Ghost Quarter, hit, I don't know, Ugin Lab. But again, that only hits them down to 6. If they have a land, they still have 7. So I'm not entirely sure if that would make the most sense. Instead, maybe just going Eldrazi Temple here, passing hold up K command might be the right move. The fact they did not go for Ghost Core is a bit surprising to me. Yeah, we'll go Temple. And just hold up the K command for X equals 2 so we can kick next turn. Because like I said, unfortunately, it's just not doing enough. World Breaker's kind of fallen out of favor. I'm still not expecting a World Breaker off of 7. The most likely case is going to be another kicked Myco Spawn, in which case, I mean, I can only do so much here on the draw. Oh, and I'm going to take a quick pause and be right back. Alright, and we're back. Yes, opponent will connect. No blocks. It's weird being back recording after RC Vegas. It felt like it's been a while since I've streamed, or recorded in this case. I was streaming over on Twitch, but my connection's being a bit weird. The internet here on campus has been a bit off all day. Another Eldrazi Temple. Ooh. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2 cards in hand, though. Is this a kicked Myco Spawn like I thought? No, it's 7. For World Breaker. Was not expecting that. Like I said, World Breaker has more or less kind of fallen out of favor. Especially in my opinion. So seeing the World Breaker, definitely unexpected. Well, let's ramp Scry Draw. See if we can find a Soul Land. X equals 2. Keeps us here in the game at least. Ice Tail unfortunately is kind of off right now. We don't have a second green source to try and ramp back into it. I mean, we could, of course, Windswept Teeth, Myco Spawn green source, and set up, but we're in a bit of a precarious position. Emrakul is tempting, though. We'll bottom Ice Till, top Emrakul, draw. 3 types in yard right now. We're going to be able to get a 4th, 5th, and then an additional few cards. So I think going the Rumble makes sense here. We'll draw. Another Myco, so let's go with this direction. We'll go another Forest and Rumble. There's another Ice Till. We do not have a creature in yard. We'll grab another Forest. One card in hand. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. At this point, we'll pass. I mean, next turn we have Emrakul on 4, which is pretty good. Ugin Slab returns Sire, which means right now they likely don't have much else going on in their hand. So we'll have to take 8 down to 8. Sanctum of Ugin's pretty good. Does let them set up for another draw. However, we'll have control over a lot. We want to make sure we have one spawn left over so we can block this Sire. One unknown in hand. What this? Is that a K command? K command X equals 7. Ramp and exile? What it seems like. I had to guess. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Exiles my yard, takes me off of Emrakul. Sanctum of Ugin trigger will resolve all. Not much we can do there. We'll grab their Emrakul at Promised End. I mean, currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18. Not too much we can do about the Emrakul either here. I mean, at most we can play a Myco spawning kick. There's then another Myco spawning kick. We can't do much about the Cyrus 7 death. I guess we can double Myco spawn and just try and set up that way. Give him a little less ammunition. Maybe ramp into the Emrakul still. I suppose that might be my only out here. So let's do this. Yield all. We'll grab a temple. Yield all. This way they can't kick my lands. We can grab another temple. Again, the Emrakul is going to just do Emrakul things regardless. So I'll grab another temple. And at this point, we'll pass. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're still very much short, though. Ghost Quarter on top of which, so now when they cast their Emrakul and take control of my turn, they can force me to fail to find. Yeah, that does complicate things further. Put a pause on end step. Them being on the play has just really hosed me. I mean, we're gonna block. And they realize, yeah, that was no point there. We'll sack the spawn, give them less mana to work with. We'll pass. Lab. Okay, well now you can lab Imprint Emrakul, Ghost Quarter lab, fail to find. Snot Emrakul will be offline. Was an unfortunate draw. A very unfortunate draw. Yeah, things have just not been going my way, have they? Mycospawn both attack in, so they'll eat the Mycospawns. That's fine. Not fine, but it is what it is. Yep, so that's another type Yard. Second main. Again, Ugin Lab, Imprint, Emrakul, Ghost Quarter, target Ugin Lab, fail to find. That sets me back pretty significantly. Leave me with 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 mana. I'll be able to play the Cyrus 7 Death, which will mitigate 7 of Emrakul's 13 damage, so I only take 6. I bump up to 15. 6, 11. Opponent didn't see the line with Emrakul. Interesting. I mean, you'll fail to find here. Yep. So 2 types in Yard now. Alright, we'll draw. Utopia Sprawl doesn't do much here. Again, we go up to 15. 6, 11, 14. I'll be at exactly 1 if I play the Cyrus 7 Death, which is what I want to do. So we'll Utopia Sprawl for red. I will then play Shifting Woodland and cast Cyrus 7 Death. And I'll pass. This allows me to survive for 1 more turn. I'm not sure it really matters, but we'll find out. You never know. Opponent attacks. Again, we have to block the Emrakul. If I block the World Breaker, we're looking at 16. So I have to mitigate 7. Up to 15, down to 1. Yep, so we're still alive. We have another turn in us at the very least. Bojuka Bog. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He would have been 1 short on the Emrakul. And draw. Talisman will not cut it. I will concede. Alright. So that is a loss for game 1. Move to sideboard. I don't believe we saw Ice Till Explorer, though we did see Bojuka Bog, Ghost Quarter, and the like. I also see I went double green, so it feels like Ice Till's definitely in their deck. Oh, Return's definitely out. Cavernous Souls can be cut, but depending on what they have in their sideboard, they could have Consign, they could have Strict Serenade. Gemstone out. I mean, I'm thinking, let's take a look at my sideboard guide for Eldrazi Ramp. Did I somehow miss the mirror when making this? I guess I did. Well, that's funny. Yeah, I don't have the mirror in my own sideboard guide. That's funny. How did I miss that? I could have sworn that I had it, but I guess not. Wild. I have each run on there. Broodscale of Belcher Control, Ritual, Neobrand, but I somehow must have skipped over Eldrazi Ramp. Wild. I mean, Strict Serenade's not bad, but it's only okay. Assuming they play Ice Till, the Unholy Heats and Dismember are relevant. Could bring in a Nature's Claim. It's okay at best, really. I think probably something like this is probably the best bet. On the play for game 2, I will keep. Gemstone Cavern, which maybe they're on my exact list. They might be on my exact list. Because Gemstone Caverns is a very unique thing to me. 5, 58, 59, 60. 1, 2, 7, 60. Okay, so they're on 60. Alright. Oh, we'll play the Windswept Teeth. We'll pass. We're now a turn behind. What did you exile again? Commercial District. There's Temple. Do you have a Rumble? Talisman, which means another Soul Land gets you a turn 2 kicked Mycospawn, which is pretty freaking good. We'll put Temple on top. Temple. Rumble. Was hoping to see a Mycospawn here. Let's go with Utopia Sprawl. See, what I want to do next turn really is play Temple K Command. So I guess we'll just grab another Temple at this point. And we'll pass. And pass. No kicked Mycospawn at least. They're one short of that. Double green. Well, it looks like K Command, potentially. For X equals 3. Yeah, going double green definitely tells me this is Ice Still version. There's K Command, X equals 3. Okay. Draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right now sitting on 11, meaning one Soul Land does get them to an Emrakul. Boy. I will, in that case, I guess let's go to their upkeep. I guess K Command would be mana neutral. So keep them short on the amount of mana, make them sack the spawns would be right. So scry, draw, exile, cards, and yard. Like, yeah, we can go Ugin, but right now... If I go X equals 3 next turn, yeah, we could play Ugin, which is okay. Gets rid of a Utopia Sprawl. That's a big if. Huh. Yeah, we'll scry draw and exile. There's a Sowing Mycospawn. Bottom the lab. I suppose go top draw. Do I need another temple right now? Probably not. Mycospawn top, and then pass. Because worst comes to worst, and they kick a Mycospawn, they'll play Chrysalis, then Mycospawn kicked. We'll pass at this point. Two, 4, 5, 6, down to 4, so we can go that route. Sanctum of Ugin's not that bad though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looking like I kicked Myco to me. No, what is this? Sire 7, that's Sanctum trigger. Okay. Sanctum will crack for what? Go World Break at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So might have to go Mycospawn kick in the Ghost Quarter then. Emrakul. So you're confident you can go into Emrakul. Interesting. We'll draw. Unholy Heat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't do both. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're currently 3 short. So again, we will kick the Myco. Getting rid of the forest actually only gets rid of 1 instead of 2 mana for Emrakul. So we definitely want to get rid of the temple. So get rid of the temple first off and foremost, yield all. The next question is what we want to grab for a land. The Sire 7 Death is a genuine issue. We could very well go for our Sanctum of Ugin. That way when you play Ugin next turn, though it is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning we are short on Ugin. Alternative option, of course, is the Ghost Quarter, leaving them 1, 2, 3, 6. Short on the 7. But it is neutral as far as Emrakul is concerned, which is the only downside. So maybe we should still grab the Sanctum. Either that, I could go Lab, Imprint, Ugin, play Talisman, and Heataspawn. 4, 7, cuts down to 6. It's okay. We will go with, let's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now Emrakul's not a problem to cast here. We'll go Sanctum after all. 4, 7. At the same time, I do want to get rid of a spawn. We'll go Lab. Lab, Imprint, Ugin. Cast the Talisman. And we'll Heataspawn. Pass. And pass. Keeps him off a 7. Back on 7. Attack for 7 down to 11. Passing. Ghost Quarter. So the thought process here would be, I suppose, red, green, 2. Yield all. And then pass. Seven down to 4. Sire has ward at that point. He can't kill it, so this is fine. Down to 4 we go. Stomping Ground tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. End step, return Ugin to hand. Draw. The Sire 7 Deaths of our own. So, how do we proceed here? We'll play the Ghost Quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, trigger. And 7, trigger. Ugin, exile Sprawl. And then 0 Ugin. Ugin trigger, no targets, yield all. And pass, no attacks. We'll hold. So now attacking means we'll block Sires. They have a Ghost Quarter, that's fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go to blocks. We'll block and block. Again, trading sires. And draw. Plus Ugin, draw. Sprawl. I will play Misty Rain. Cast Sprawl. Actually, there's no reason to. We'll simply go to combat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short of Emrakul. Rumble will do it. 2 short of Emrakul. So we have to be a bit careful here about plussing Ugin. Because they find a soul land. Ugh. 2 forest. I'll put Breeding Pool tapped. How many forests have we seen? 2. Which means they should have 1 more. We'll draw. Forest. Yeah, plussing Ugin here is a bit risky, unfortunately. So at this point, I think it's probably just safer to hold the forest, hold the sprawl, and pass. Fetch. Should have a second stomping ground, I'd imagine. Why would you grab your 3rd forest? That was a mistake, friend. So at this point, we can Ghost Quarter target your Gemstone Cavern. You'll fail to find. Oh, you have a 4th forest. We'll draw. Alright, so this should close it out then. I will go to combat. Down to 18. I'll plus Ugin. And I will kick with Sowing Mycospawn. Ugin, no targets. And we will hit the Stomping Ground. Yes. Yield all. And then we'll go Bajuka Bog. Yield all. In retrospect, maybe going the Ghost Quarter is right, but again, they shouldn't have any more basics. Unless they're on 5, which would be a pretty high number. There's Rumble. Grabs a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, if they have a soul land, they might have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. If they have another 7-mana value spell in hand in addition to Emrakul, they can play Emrakul. Shit. Thought I played that correctly. Chooses the lab. Do you have it? Toxin Emrakul. Do you have the Emrakul in addition? We were taking precautions around that, and they found the Rumble. Yeah, that was insane. I mean, at this point in time, they win. I really can't do much more about that, so we'll concede. GG's. All right, we'll be back for match number 2. All right, we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. It's a bit slow, but it's keepable, especially if this is a more aggressive matchup. Misty Rain, Fetch, 19 for Steam Vent Shock, Prowess or Affinity? Prowess, okay. So this K-Return does help out a bit here. We'll go Stomping Ground, tapped, and pass. And pass. Bobble Trigger DRC, which means they don't have a Steel Cut in hand. Consider's a bit weird, right? Normally that would be a Preordain. DRC attacks in. So I have 3 types in Yard right now. Bobble Trigger and Sprawl. I do want to play the Sprawl, but I want to hold up this K-Return. So we'll imprint the Siren, hold. Three types in Yard. Instant. Okay. Really, nothing else. Consider. The only other thing this could theoretically be is Murktide, maybe? It's not so the wrong possibility. Okay, return. Spell Pierce. Yeah, look at that. So this is likely Murktide and not Prowess, like I thought it was. Clearly, someone is either a fan of Murktide or a fan of Mingu or both. I'm not sure which. Yeah, this is likely Murktide. Okay. We'll draw. Ugin. So in that case, as much as I would like to play the Sprawl, there's a non-zero chance that gets countered. So in that case, we go Chrysalis, yield all. That will hit the board. And next turn we could Windmill Slam the Ugin. We'll pass in full. And I will hold. Otawara, I imagine no attacks. Yep. End step draw. Temple. In that case, I will Sprawl for green. And we will kick Mycospawn. Kick the Steam Vents, get rid of their red source. This is a consigned memory, 1 Cheetong. Okay. You'll draw a card, or I guess multiple cards. So, how many cards do you draw? Draws a card of 1 Cheetong. And draw half a... So yeah, looks like they drew a card, they'll draw another. Currently 7-10, so tempted the Bajuka Bog here to get rid of the potential Murk. Other option is obviously Cavern of Souls. I will Bajuka Bog though. So no Murktide in your immediate future. Paying cost for preordain triggers the DRC. Okay. Draw. Lab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could try and resolve the sire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, that is a thing we could do. Clear the board. Set up for the Ugin. So I'll return Sire of 7 Death. We'll play the Ugin Lab. No imprint. There's Sire, there's K return. Do we need to sweep the board? No, but also it wouldn't be bad to do so. I'll say no, though, actually. The body hits the board. That's really surprising. Alright. I'm expecting Counterspell, Subtlety, potentially Consign Memory Main. I think people coming out of the RCs definitely realize people have been playing too much Consign Main. Opponent scoops it up. Okay. I'll take the win. So Strix Serenade in, Dismember in, Heat in. Okay, return out. Ice Till's not needed. Neither is Ghost Quarter, but Jugabog Cavern Soul's good. We can trim a Rumble though. Could argue a Vexing Bauble. What else? That honestly might be it. Yeah, let's run it back like this. Could probably trim an Ugin, to be honest. Keep. And then we'll pass. Opponent will get down to 6. Kept 6. Fiery Islet and a Rag. That is the worst case scenario on turn 1. I say it all the time, and I'll reiterate it again. Ragavan on turn 1, especially on the draws, like the worst thing that I can possibly see. Go red. We'd love to see a Soul Land here. No, chances are our opponent is just going to pilfer it. We have 8 hits off top. Ragavan fine, destroying Myco Spawn. That's fine. Otawara. Draw. Utopia Sprawl. We'll go for another Sprawl then for more red. And we'll pass. At least next turn we can play a Chrysalis, see if they can sign it. Consider their options. Rack to Yard and draw. We'll pass. And Ragavan will pilfer. Ragavan pilfers a Rumble. They could cast Rumble here. Scouting Tarn Fetch. Island. Green blue Rumble. Finds Consign. Wan Shi Tong. I imagine take the Wan Shi Tong. Yep, that makes sense to me. Paying cost for DRC, which is online. Draw. Well, that changes the math a bit, doesn't it? I'm going to imprint and tuck Ugin. I'm going to kick Myco Spawn, hit the Islet. Do you have consignment memory? We're gonna play the Wan Shi Tong. There's Wan Shi Tong. Okay. Alright, so in that case, do we Bajuka Bog, hit the DRC, or Cavern Souls to make sure things resolve? I'm thinking Cavern Souls here, so we'll go Cavern Souls, name Eldrazi, Wan Shi Tong triggers, and we'll pass all. We'll take 5 in the air, but don't really care too much about that since we will have a Sire 7 Deaths on board shortly. There's 6 in the air. Yep, down to 10. That is fine. I didn't realize until this like exact moment like how blown out my voice still is from RC Vegas. I met a ton of people, a ton of you guys, a ton of viewers, which was really, really awesome. I don't necessarily want to fetch right now. If Wan Shi Tong, counterspell, opponent doesn't read a card. Either they're just trying to surveil, I guess. Play the gemstone, we'll pass. And no reason to attack right now. We're gonna eat the DRC. And opponent skips it up, we'll take the win. Solid win against Murktide. We'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. Ooh. The hand's not necessarily bad, but the one lander is kind of rough. We do get 2 looks off of the Surveil land on 1, which does mean if we hit the Rumble, it could be pretty nice. That one's a bit rough, though. This one's much better, though. Okay. We're going to want this, this. Do we really pitch the temple? I will keep, I think I do. Opponent does mulligan into 6. We don't technically need the Cavern of Souls. We are playing into the blind. So it's possible they don't have counter spells that we need to worry about, but it is the only way we get a green source or red source for the Writhing Chrysalis. So I guess, yeah, pitch the temple. We'll then reveal the Devourer. So I would love everyone's thoughts on Standard. So for those who don't know, I got a 11-4 record at RC Vegas, which qualified me for one of the 2 upcoming Standard RCs. I mean, I think we want to grab Soy and Mycospawn, right? Yes. So the benefit of that, of course, is I don't have to qualify for the next one of the next 2 RCs, which is awesome. The thing is, I haven't really paid much attention to Standard. Honestly, it's not really my cup of tea. Though, I will say, with Badger Cub, it definitely has piqued my interest a little bit. As I like ramping. Badger Cub helps with that. So I have a few things that I'm curious about. What is this? Is this a rag? I imagine so, right? Yeah, that or a DRC. I guess it could be Swift Spear. It's a rag. This could be Zoo. This could be Blinked. Could be a few things. I'll play Cavern Souls and name Eldrazi. So red, green, yield all, and pass. Next turn we can kick the Myco. So I do need to start preparing, especially I'm going to RC Portland, which is in January. I have a couple decks that I'm looking at right now. Bant Airbending, as well as a Golgari list, which I find kind of interesting. The Golgari list is using the free sack outlets, Sephiroth, Bloodghast, and Earthbending card, the Bounty Hunters, which creates a infinite loop, which is really cool. So I'm kind of curious on that. Draw. Either way, it's going to be a bit of a pretty penny, given that I will have to buy Badgermole Cubs, which are very expensive right now. I will grab a forest here. Let me actually be smart and trigger. And kick. We'll kick the steam vent. Get rid of your blue source. Do you has a consigned memory main? You do not. In that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd be one short of the Devourer, but we have Rumble. So we draw into a land we can Devour, otherwise we can Rumble next turn. So we'll grab Temple. I'll just hold here, I think. My concern, of course, is a Bolt hit. Maiko allows Ragavan to run in. Godless Shrine tells me this is probably Zoo then. And draw. Devourer. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could Rumble first. We are able to play around the Stubborn Denial. Not to mention the odd blue, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, never mind. I mean, I'm going to grab another Soin Mega Spawn, honestly. So 2, 5, 1. Trigger. And we'll kick the Godless Shrine. Floats white, red. Doorkeeper Thrall's fine at this point. I will grab a Sanctum of Ugin and go to combat. We'll attack with a Maiko. Hold back the Chrysalis to block the Doorkeeper Thrall. Now I think it's entirely irrelevant. I mean, I think this is just GG's. Arid Mesa, sure. And draw. Wooded Foothill. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Not much we can do in addition. I will start by attacking with all. With the exception of the spawn, of course. But yeah, so I think I'm going to still be recording and streaming Modern, but I definitely need to prepare for the standard RCs. So that in mind, I have to kind of think about how I want to do that. I would love to know your guys' thoughts of like what standard decks you would like to see me play and tune. If you with the upcoming RC, if you want me to mainly focus on standard or have a mix of standard and modern. But I probably won't start on that until next week. Gives me time to figure out what deck I want to invest in. Yada, 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 right? That's my initial thought there. Alright, well, I mean, I don't need to sweep here. And one more. but we'll scoop it up. So this is definitely Zoo. It's the Doorkeeper Thrall version. So for Zoo, we bring in Strict Serenade, Heat, Claim, Dismember, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And leave one Emrakul. Yes. I will say, out of my 4 losses, Zoo was 2 of them. Other 2 were Affinity and Titan. But the Zoo matches were close. Still feels like a reasonable matchup. But yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards something with Badgermole Cub. So like Land War Elf, Gene, Pollinator, Badgermole Cub, Bramble Familiar. I like the look of the Airbending deck. But I will say I don't like the fact that there's like 12 4 of Legends or 3 sets of 4 of Legends. Feels a little bit much. The mana base will definitely get fixed by Lorwyn Eclipsed, as all the shocks will be in Standard then. So that'll be interesting. The other Golgari list of Sephiroth, Bounty Hunters, etc. is also pretty interesting though. Almost feels a bit like Yawgmoth. I will keep. So I will reveal, I will play, I will exile, I will pass. This way I can deal with a turn 1 Rag. No Rag though. Trigger. There's Ghost Quarter, K Command, Rumble. Only problem with Rumble here is we have to play around a potential Stubborn Denial. But I do like the idea of Rumble. Otherwise, we can go another land. The other land might be right. Let's go Sanctum. Play Temple. Hold up K Command X1. This way we can Micro Spawn, non-kick next turn. If we want, depends on a few factors. Floodstrand, Fetch, Surveil would be my guess. Yep. Aaron Mace of the Yard. And we'll hold the K command once again. Is a Sign of Draco. Yeah, I mean, a turn 2 Sign of Draco, also probably one of the worst case scenarios here in this matchup. We'll put a pause on end step and think on whether or not I want to cast this K command X1. Yes, I will. I kind of need to find a solution for the Sign of Draco here ASAP. There's Lab. Top draw, so we can kick the Myco, hit the Fetch. We'll draw. Nature's Claim is not bad either here. Tuck. And green. 2, 5, 6. Myco will hit the Flooded Strand. And what do we grab here? I actually don't want to grab a colorless source, and the reason for there being is potential for Charmaw. So I'm thinking Forest Sprawl for red would make sense here. We'll go Forest. And then Sprawl for red. And we'll pass 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll pass. Let's We are a little bit short on being able to get this Devour to kick or get rid of this Ley Line of the Guild Pact. Because we can do that, then we can Nature's Claim the Sign of Draco. If needed, we can also pocket the Nature's Claim to more or less read. Sacrifice a artifact or enchantment, gain for life. We'll draw. Commercial District. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we'll play the Commercial District. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Verdant Catacomb. At this point... I suppose we could... No, put that to yard. And we'll pass. They'll need one more land for something like Obsidian Charmaw. Well, now I'm tempted to try and eat the rag. If they have a Stubborn Denial, they can counter it. Biggest thing is the rag allows them to potentially hold up more interaction and puts it further into a hole. Blocks will block. Down the 12. Rag down. End step. Return Devour to hand. And draw. Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will play the Sanctum. Devour, exile the Leyline of the Guild Pact. Is a Consigned Memory. Is a Doorkeeper Thrall. Okay. So no consign. Interesting. I'll say yes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to grab Writhing Chrysalis just to play it safe. My concern, of course, is a Charmaw, which if they have one more land they can play. So I'll grab a Writhing Chris. And we'll pass. And pass. Take 5. Down to 7. And draw. Unholy Heat. Okay, well that's interesting, because if Chrysalis gets countered, then we'll have Delirium. Chrysalis does not get countered, however. So I'll go to combat and swing for 9. Well, this puts us in a pretty decent position then. We can block the side of Draco. We have Unholy Heat up. But we'll scoop it up. And we got the win. Solid win against Zoo. We'll be back for match number 4. Alright, we're back for match 4 against a very helpful Hobo. Let's see what they're on today. They reveal Devourer. This will give us a good inclination. Is it Unbrood? Is it Tron? Is it E-Ramp? It is Brood. Okay. It is a temp, and I imagine... Oof. Early Blade is pretty rough for me. I will Stomping Ground Shock, Utopia Sprawl for green, and pass. What I need now is a Soul Land for K Command. And it's a Glaring Flesh. Draw Ghost Quarter. So in that case, I'll play the Ghost Quarter. Green, colorless. Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would love the Emrakul. We'll instead grab the Forest. And I will pass and hold. Lab. Imprint Emrakul. If you have a Springleaf Drum, I'm in trouble. K Command. X equals 4. We'll take 5. Down to 13. 2 down to 11. That is kind of frightening. So how many do you put on top? 1 top, 3 bottom. Yield all. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. Blade. Trigger. Equip. Oh, jeez. Blade. Ooh. Alright. There's a Talisman. Down to 12. 8. Theoretical 5. What else you got? Last card. K Command. Yield all. Is this lethal? We'll pass in full. That is lethal. Yeah. Alright. The K Command chains will do that. Alright, so what do we want here? For the Broodscale, we will want Nature's Claim, Unholy Heat, Dismember. I think you could argue Sunmember of Fade, but I feel like it's a little bit slow. So, Ugin, Rumble, Writhing Chris, Cavern Souls, also not Rumble here since we lost. You want to cut the Gemstone instead. And run it back like this. Yeah, they must have found K Command off the top of K Command. Just had enough to do it. I mean, when you can turn K commands into fireballs, they're pretty good. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Fleshraker, good card. Alright. On the play for game 2. Too slow. Actually, just non-functional, honestly. I can keep this. What do we pitch, though? I'm thinking at this moment, probably the Ugin. Done. Reveal. They reveal Devour as well. 2 Devours. Trigger. Nature's Claim, K Command, another Talisman. Ooh. Like, yes, I want a lot of that stuff, but I also need a land. I'm gonna say no to all. I'll go green and pass. Triggers and pass. Yeah, I was really hoping for there was a either a lab or a fetch at the very least. But saw none of those things. No blade on 1 this time. Yikes, we'll pass. Mr. Land Drop. So yeah, now a fetch would be ideal. This a Talisman and a Stirrings. Okay. What do you find? Finds a grove. Alright, do we find a land? Yikes. We'll pass. Not looking good. We dug, what, 5, 6 deep and did not find what we're looking for. There's the grove. There's Thief. Takes the Talisman. So now we really do need a lab now, though I guess any soul land would be beneficial at this point. 4 in hand, 3 in hand, 2 which are Devour, Earn, Draw. We'll pass. Yeah, methinks it's over, friends. We'll just scoop it up and chalk it up to variance go to variance. Sometimes you play the numbers, and sometimes the numbers play you. We'll be back for match number 5. Alright, we're back for match 5. On the draw for game 1. Misty Rain, fetch 19. Overgrown Tomb, shock 17 for Yawgmoth, looking like Yawg. Temple, in that case, we'll go Temple pass. And pass. There's Spymaster's Vault. There's Rumble. Imagine they take the Young Wolf. Yep. Makes sense. Attacked on the 19. And draw Temple and hold K command. Surveil. The lighted half lane. Okay. Ramp and exile the Young Wolf. Ghost Quarter. I will play Wooded Foothill, fetch for a forest, and rumble, grab Ugin, and pass. When they play Yawg, we can exile Yawg. Otherwise, we can play Ugin next turn. We can play Sire next turn. One, two, three, four, five, six. We'd have to cast the K command, though, is the only downside. Badgermole Cub. Badgermole Cub's kind of interesting here. We could get rid of the half lane. But Badgermole Cub will resolve. Earthbend 1. You get the Mort. Imagine you want to go black. Legendary black, green. Black, green. Right? That'd be my guess. Green, green. Black, green. Yes. Young Wolf. Okay. Yawgmoth. So, at this point, how do you want to proceed? We could get rid of Yawgmoth, yeah. But then they would be able to Young Wolf multiple times, right? Surveil again. So, alternatively, just get rid of the Young Wolf. So, I will ramp and exile the Young Wolf. X equals 4. So Young Wolf down. In response, I will sack and yield all. I'll sack. And draw. So I will play Shifting Wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we'll play Shifting Wood. Devour targets the Yawg. 2 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So next turn we'll likely just play the Cyrus 7 Death. And we'll pass. And hold. Is another Yawg. GSE for 3. Could be Endurance. It's a Grist. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the Devourer, I suppose. Yeah, it's fine. The thing is, though... Yeah, I think that was not the right move for them. They should have probably made an insect. Yeah, because all I'm going to do here then is play Misty Rain, fetch. Grab Stomp, Shock. Shifting Wood, target, Devourer. Green, green. And 2, go to combat. Attack Grist. Grist down and pass. Paying cost 4. Ballista X2, sure. And draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 technically. We could rumble first then. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, we'll rumble first then. Another Cyrus 7 Death. Yeah, we'll grab the Sire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I want to keep this Ghost Quarter up, I think. There's a specific reason why I want to. If they were to somehow get Yawgmoth plus Agha's Soul Cauldron, you want to pop the Spy Master's Vault. Well, I mean, they're sowing Mycospawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would allow us to hold up Mycospawn to Bojuka Bog. Let's go to combat. Attack with Sire. Then yeah, I think we're just gonna Mycospawn kick Spy Master's Vault and Bojuka Bog. And we'll scoop it up, we'll take a win. Alright, so this is Yawgmoth, win for game 1. And some pretty good results against Yawg at the RC. So Heat Dismember, Strict Serenadin. Some list run Fulminator Mage, some do not. We'll trim an Emrakul, keep the returns, cut the Cavern, trim a Rumble. We don't know how many Fulminator Mages they're on, so I'll cut the Ice Tills and we'll see in game 2-3. An instance that we do see a good number of Fulminators. I guess we could also just hedge on the side that they're running Fulminator. Just trim the Writhing Crystals instead. Honestly, I could also get rid of that and just do this. Oh, I also, I want the Grafdigger's Cage. I completely forgot about that. I should have just cut all the Chrysalis. I mean, it's not bad if I found a Soul Land, but every other card in hand's dead. I'm gonna mulligan this one. This one's not much better. I'll keep this one. K return's good, but not castable. K command's a must keep. So I think we get rid of the Emrakul and K return. Overrun Tomb Shock, Thoughtseize, takes the K command. Unfortunately, it puts us at a pretty rough position, but it's not like anything else is castable. Stomping Ground. I will play the Forest and pass. And pass. Tizba Halfling. And Thoughtseize takes the Talisman. And draw. Myco, Stomping Ground tapped and pass. And pass. There's Rumble. Rumble finds the Fulminator Mage, so we were right to hedge our bets. Does Fulminator Mage read non-basic land? Okay, that's important to note. They can't play the Mage this turn. Actually, that's not true. No, it is true. Chooses Yawgmoth. Agatha Soul Cauldron. And there's a Soul Cauldron. Eats the Fulminator Mage now. Yes. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. So, I mean, we can play the Myco and ramp. Yeah, we'll Myco. Yield all. Grabbing the temple is okay. The thing is, we're gonna definitely lose out on one. I suppose we'll grab the temple. And hold. There's Dredgers in sight. There's Soul Cauldron or a land. I imagine you choose a land here. Uses Dredger, or grabs the Dredgers in sight. Okay. Oh, choose a Soul Cauldron, never mind. Choose a Soul Cauldron. Why do that though when you already have one? Here's the Yawgmoth. Land, 2 in hand. Pops a temple, sure. Burning Catacomb fetch. Dryad Arbor, I get the Soul Cauldron. Target Badgermill Cub. Yep. Yep. Draw, sprawl. Red or blue? I'm gonna say red here. Play the Shifting Woodland. I mean, we could attack, but to our own detriment. Attacking here actually might still be correct. Apply pressure to the board. If they block and then sack it, that's fine right now. Down to 12, we'll pass. Hapatra. Okay. Yawgmoth will attack. Deals combat damage. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to hold up blockers then. Talisman. And pass. Yeah, seeing Ice Tool here would be very good right now. Dryad Arbor. Yep. On Hapatra. I guess they could grow it out of range. That is a bit of a problem. Make it a 4/4. Yep. I'll block. Yep, you like the Delighted Halfling. We'll pass in full at this point. Not much I can do. You don't want them making snakes that they can make into Fulminator Mages, basically. That's where we're at right now. I'm gonna need blockers here. Either that or a K command would be very solid. Unholy Heat 2. We'll draw. You know, one thing about K command though, I don't have the colors mana. Shit. That's a problem. Yeah, should have thought about that. I can make it into a temple, funny enough. That's actually kind of interesting. I have an idea. It's a stupid idea, but it might work if they go for the line that I think they will. Where they try and make a snake into a whatchamacallit. Try and make a snake into a Fulminator Mage. Yep. Windswept Heath. And draw Gemstone. That is perfect. Okay, so in that case, I do have the K command to get rid of the Hapatra, which is good. I will hold here. Unfortunately, we're one short of the Ugin. I need to ramp and exile the Hapatra. Mycospawn. Yes. Yes. I will ramp and exile Hapatra. X equals 4 and done. Hapatra is down. Destroy the Shifting Wood, that's fine. Not ideal, but fine. That will connect. Down to 11. Yep, that is fine. We still have enough for the Ugin. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What this? Was it a Yawgmoth? GSC for 3. Is it an endurance? 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. No, I'm one short of the Emrakul. Grist. Grist sacrifices the Young Wolf. to get rid of a spawn, we'll sacrifice it in response. And draw. Sprawl. Green, red, we'll go blue. Honestly, actually double green might be correct, though it's hard for them to deal with the talisman. Okay, so the next question is, do we get rid of the Yawgmoth or do we get rid of the Grist? I think we get rid of the Yawgmoth here. They'll be able to sack it, of course. Yep, and they'll get rid of a land. I will draw a card. Emrakul, hello. 7, 11, we're short by 3. But now they have to deal with Ugin. We'll pass. Grist plus. I guess we'd have to deal with the Grist, though. Otherwise, they'll just minus it. Draw. Plus and draw. Ice Till. I can't play Ice Till and the K return, so we just have to play the K return. I will hold until after they use the Egg of the Soul Cauldron. So in response, I will now K return. Ugin, exile, Grist. Yawgmoth. And pass and full. I guess actually in retrospect I should have done that on their turn. That way Yawgmoth couldn't attack actually. What was my thought process? I guess I didn't want them getting the K return because now I can still get the K return smooth point, I suppose. Yeah. I could have played that a bit better. It would have been smarter to do it on their upkeep. Yeah. It would have been smarter to do it on their upkeep. That way Yawgmoth wouldn't have been able to attack the Ugin. We would have been able to ult and win. So that was a misplay on my part. I recognize that now. What's my thought process on doing that? Instant speed on end step. Yeah. Well, it wasn't as much of one as I probably should have thought. That's on me. That is on me. Draw. Chrysalis. Draw a card. In that case, we'll cast Chrysalis. Ugin will exile the Yawgmoth. And I mean, we're back to where we were. One turn cycle off of winning. But I'll scoop it up, and we got there. All right, solid 3-2 record at the end of 5. Definitely not bad at all. I think I could have played a little bit tighter there, especially in game 5. But overall, really solid gameplay. Unfortunate loss to Helpful Hobo in match 4. Game 2, as we kind of just did not find any lands to support our game plan. And then, yeah, game 1 against our Eldrazi Ramp opponent. Opponent was just on a play, got more value a bit earlier. Game 2, that top deck rumble was just brutal. We had the win in sight, but unfortunately they were able to get there. Alrighty though. Well, With that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. I will be live again tomorrow over on Twitch, Wednesday, November 26th at 10 p.m. CST. So if you do want to try and catch this recording live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST, Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST. I would really love your guys' feedback on Standard. Let me know if you want to see Standard gameplay. Like I said, I'm probably going to be leaning into a green archetype. Like I said, I'm thinking either airbending combo, or I'm thinking maybe Simic Ramp, or I'm thinking that Golgari list that was shared with me, which looks pretty interesting. So something green. Unfortunately, with Badgemole Cub, which is going to be expensive, but it is what it is. But would really love your thoughts on if you guys want to see standard gameplay, if you want to primarily see modern gameplay. I mean, I have to kind of shake things up a little bit on how I record, but I will try and make it work, especially as I'm preparing for the upcoming standard RC. But as always, if you guys did enjoy this video, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see the lines that I missed and mistakes that I made, or any general feedback be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my successes and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you reached the point of the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you do want to watch these videos recorded live, you can find me over on Twitch. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon, where you can get these videos early and ad-free. With that being said, though, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!